Hi and welcome to Movies Remastered. Yes, today I'm getting back to Rise of Skywalker. I finally got the project recovered. Everything's been a bit of a nightmare, but we're back on track, so I can show you some new scenes today. But just a bit of housework at the moment. I'm trying to get the community tab available on YouTube. Now, I want to share loads of new stuff with you guys. Obviously, I can only show you either a work in progress or finished scenes, but I want to do a bit more brainstorming and offer some questions to you so you guys can have a bit more input. But the only way I can have that is to have 1,000 subscribers. It's the only way you can enable the community tab. So if you can subscribe, that'd be amazing. I'm halfway there, but you know, every little helps. But in the meantime, I've set up an Instagram, Facebook, and a Facebook group so we can chat there. The links are in the description. There's loads of new things that I've got coming up, so I want to bounce some ideas off you so you can let me know and give me some input. That's great. But if you do remember me saying, well, I actually did a video on it, the links here, with the fan editors assembled, and I reached out to people with the scenes that I was struggling with or just didn't have time to do, and I was really overwhelmed by the amount of people that came back, and we're doing a tremendous job. So I'm going to be really excited to show you some new scenes, but today I want to do my first collaboration. Now, this guy is also a fellow YouTuber, and he does loads of tutorials and stuff. Now, he's been amazing. Not only has he been helping me with these scenes, he's also been really helping me with motivation and getting back on track, especially after losing the 2 months. So today I want to look into the Rise of Skywalker, like I said, and look at the Kylo Ren Scar scene. Now, he's helped me out with this amazingly, so let's have a look. So what I'm going to do is show you the scene first and then pass you over to JXEditor, and he's going to show you exactly how he did it. But here's the original. Now, I'm going to keep it muted just for copyright reasons, but this is how the original plays out. By the way, if you're wondering why I'm wearing glasses, it's because I've given myself eye strain working on this project so much. But yeah, she reaches out and then force heals Kylo Ren's saber wound. And as you can see here, this part is where the scar heals. Now, for me, that healed so quickly, and I missed it on the first viewing in the cinema. And later on, I thought it was a continuity error. I just thought it was a fantastic idea that she actually healed his scar as well, seeing as she was the person that gave it to him. But those few minor scenes, like the frames, it was missable. So what I did, I reached out to anybody that could help, and to see if I can then replace the scar and have it transition a lot better and be a little bit more visible. So we ended up doing this. So what I've done is rearranged the scene slightly, and I've changed the timing sequence. So it's going to play out like this. Now, I've had a lot of people asking me for full scenes, and if I can send them the high-res versions of these scenes. I'm not going to do it anymore. I've had too many fan editors that have used my scenes and not credited me or claimed it as their own, and I'm just not going to. I'm not going to release high-res images anymore, so I'm really sorry, but I will release them after I've released my final cut. But you know, please stop asking me. I've had quite a few messages this week of people wanting these scenes, but this is basically how it's going to go. I'm going to watermark it, but you know, if you're going to use someone's scene, please credit them. It's the easiest way, it's the nicest way, and it's very respectful. So I'm being respectful by naming all of the people that work with me, and I'm asking people to do the same. So I'm sorry if you're upset that I can't send you the full clip, but here it is anyway in full screen. So this is my version. Now that is glitching. Why is it glitching? So she puts her hand out to heal the saber wound. So I've had to edit this part here where it usually heals. So I've cut away. She then releases her hand. And you get to see this lovely heal. Really nice and predominant. And I just thought that made such a better scene to have that slow-mo. He's staring at Rey, and I just thought it was fantastic. So if you want to know how to do this, I'm going to hand you over to JXEditor, who's going to give you a quick breakdown. Now, he is going to release a full tutorial on this at the same time as me releasing this, so I'll leave the link to that tutorial in the description below. But let me hand you over to JXEditor.
Thanks, Movies Remastered. In making this shot, the first thing I did was export it as a PNG sequence to a folder marked old. I then picked a frame from the PNG sequence to act as my keyframe, and copied it over to a folder marked key. I then opened the copy in a free image editing software called paint.net. Then I pulled a frame from an earlier scene where I could easily extract the scar, and smoothly added it to Ben's face. And then I saved just the scar on a transparent background and brought that and the keyframe into Adobe Premiere, where I added a change to color effect to the scar, which I set to hue and saturation, and used both the scar and Ben's cheek in the keyframe as my color references. With the scar color corrected, I exported it and added it to the keyframe. Once I had the keyframe, I popped it into EbSynth along with the PNG sequence and set the export for a folder marked New. With the scar added, I just needed to transition to the original without the scar. Once everything was together, the shot was done. I've been following this project since the Fixing Claude video, and I was really happy I was able to help in any way. Now I'll pass it back to Movies Remastered.
Man, thank you so much for that. That is awesome. Now, I haven't used EbSynth before, but apparently it's a free software. I'm trying to teach myself After Effects, but if you guys want to try and get involved in EbSynth, that would be absolutely incredible. I might leave a link to that in the description box below as well. So what happened is obviously me being a perfectionist, he's probably never going to work with me again. But the first scene that we did with the scar, the transition was a slow wipe. And for me, the healing didn't look right. So I got him to go back and we did another work print, which he'll show in his tutorial. Again, it still didn't heal properly. Now, what I found out is that there was no consistency within Kylo Ren's scar throughout the Rise of Skywalker. It definitely didn't match up with The Last Jedi. So that's why it was quite difficult for him to match it up. So what I then did is came up with another idea of, before I hassled him for the fourth time, I then realized that I could show you here. So this is how JX gave it to me. Now the scar looks absolutely incredible, and it does match up to when we see Kylo Ren on no, what ship was he on? He was on his own ship, I think. But in comparison to this actual scene, the scar was a lot lighter and it was less sore and less bloody. So instead of me harassing JX again to do another render, which was taking him around 2.5 hours, so I'm told, I just go into the main scene here, and all you do is I've highlighted the top scene. These go in normal order. So this was the original scene, this was my edit, and this is JX's cut. So all I needed to do is, because it then matched up with this original footage, scene for scene, frame for frame, all I then had to do is click over here. Now this is Premiere Pro. Now I go into the opacity settings. Now all I want to do is drop that down to 70%. Now if you see, that automatically then changed the soreness. Let me see if I can do it and undo. There you go. So that's how it looked, and that's how it looked now. So it just took away that redness and really synced it up with the rest of that scene. And it then gives you that really long pause. Let me show you one more time. So we then cut away before the heal. Over to Rey. Now what I've also done is she pulls away and then the scar heals. So the reason why I've done that is because what I want it to do, I want to give the force healing a bit more gravitas. Now whether that's to do with midichlorians or anything like that, what I want it to kind of represent is when Rey puts her hand on the part she wants to heal, then whatever the force is or the power is, it then starts rebuilding the skin and all of the tissues and stuff underneath it, and then it gets into the blood system, travels up his nervous system, and then fixes the scar on his face. And that's the more detail that I want to do in there. I could rearrange the scenes a little bit and have her keeping her hand on him and he heals while she's still touching him, but I think that delay then gives it a bit more meaning and shows that it does go through his system. Maybe, maybe not. Let me know what you think in a comment below, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. That's enough for me today. Don't forget to check out JXEditor's channel. The link's in the description. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll hopefully see you in the next video. This was just a quickie, but I'll be back soon. Take care of yourself.